It's Nathan here from doTERRA Account Management. I'm just doing a quick tutorial video in the virtual office that may be helpful for you that are doing Diamond Club to kind of keep track of where you may want to hold your events, know who's on LRP, and to know where people are located so you know which areas to focus on. So what I've got here is I've got a test account here to kind of work through. So I'm just going to log in here into the virtual office. And something that will kind of have most of the information that you will need is basically on your team tab, you go in here and then you'll go on the detailed genealogy. Once it loads here on the left-hand side, just give that a click there. And so basically what we can do is we want to know how to find people you have already in your team that are on LRP or who have placed LRP orders recently. How to look for people in a specific area, how to identify an area where you may have a number of people, not necessarily on LRP, but a community that could potentially be an out-of-area focus for Diamond Club. So what I've liked to do always, now as you can see, this is just a test account for doTERRA that we use sometimes. Obviously, you guys' trees and the people in your teams are much larger. We've only got 4 people here. But something I like to do right at the start when I go on the detailed genealogy is to just up the levels, because we know that you guys may structure deeper than 10 levels, and your team goes deeper than 10 levels. So I always like to just put 0 to 1,000 to ensure we get everyone. And we probably want wellness advocates and wholesale customers only. So let's change that there. And then click Update Report. Awesome. So this should capture your entire team now. Obviously, mine hasn't changed because, once again, there's not many people in this test account. But once you've done that as the first step, we want to kind of flick through our columns to see what information we may need to kind of help us plan a little bit better. So displayed columns over here is what's basically being shown right now in this table. So there might be additional available columns here that may help us know exactly what we want to see in terms of information on this table below. So what might be helpful? City, state, postcode, maybe something we want. And we probably want to check out maybe the next LRP order date as well. So we can kind of add all those items here. It automatically pops it at the bottom of the displayed columns. Then we can organize a little bit. So next LRP, I probably want that next to here. Then I probably want to put the city somewhere closer here with the state as well. And then postcode as well. So once you've changed all those things, we'll click this button, Update Report, on the right-hand side. And there you go. It's updated our table to show those things that we wanted. So now we know, okay, this person's got an LRP date set to run this date. It's set at 100 LRP. Awesome. And we've got another account here. You know, the next LRP date is set to run on this date, and it's for this amount of PV. So this is kind of helpful for you to know everyone that's on LRP in your organization. Now, what you might have to do, because once again, your list will be a lot larger than what I'm seeing, you can click on the tabs at the top here. And what that would do, it reorganizes and puts at the top of the list everyone that is on LRP and has an LRP order. So you might have to click on it twice. Sometimes if you click on it, it would automatically put the people who aren't on LRP at the top. But if you click it one more time, it would reorganize it and it will pop it the way exactly that you want, which is probably the people who are on LRP right at the top here. So you notice how I've clicked it again and it's popped everyone at the bottom of the list. What you want is to click it and make sure they come up at the top there. And you can kind of do this with a range of things as well. So you can do it with the city. As you see, it's popped it now in alphabetical order. So Beverly Hills is at the top, and then it's popped these 2 accounts here who are people living in Mulgrave. Now, how this will be helpful to you when you're planning Diamond Club, well, it lets you know, okay, how many people are in a city and how many people are on LRP in the city there. Okay, so if there's a good number of people, then you recognize, oh, cool, we've got a pretty strong group or community there. Let's reach out to that group. Let's target that group, and maybe I can hold my Diamond Club events there. And so that's basically what you can do to understand, all right, who's in my local area, and who can I focus in my local area, who can I focus on my out of area, and what classes and who are some people I can target in those types of regions in the city. And obviously, it's got help on the state here that could be helpful to you is to know which states are people located in. So maybe you've got a team in Victoria, maybe you've got a team in New South Wales or Brisbane, and you can see that they live close to each other. Then that might be an area that you can target your Diamond Club events at. So that's basically what you can do in terms of using the detailed genealogy to kind of track, I guess, the places that people live in, who's on LRP, who's a regular user of the products, who may be potentially building, and who can we work with for Diamond Club.